Hey everybody, I want to show you how we edit short videos for our services, whether they be video announcements, that's what we're going to use as an example today, or other kinds of short videos using iMovie. So this is how you can prep a video for us using iMovie on your Mac that everybody already has on their Macintosh. So I've got two files here that I'm going to use. One is this one right here of Sarah, and another one is this one right here of Jess. And they're going to serve for two examples for me. So this is part one, and on part one, we're just going to focus on trimming and cleaning up the audio. So open up your iMovie, create a new project, title it whatever you want, doesn't matter. And if you're going to keep these files long term, then you might want to find a better way of storing your files through the media tab here. But I'm going to dump these as soon as I'm done with them, so I'm just going to drag and drop different ways to do it. So I've got my file, and the first thing you want to look for is your start and finish point. Now it looks to me like I'm looking at the audio waveform here, and I can see that it looks like she starts right about here because of where the audio jumps, and it looks like she ends somewhere right about here. So I'm seeing two takes in this video. I'm seeing this take, but then I'm seeing this take, and I bet if I investigate, I'll find out that this take right here was the take they wanted. So the first thing I'm going to do is just trim my clip to that. I'm going to hover over this left edge and click and hold and just drag this to about that spot that I want. And I'm not getting real close, I just need to get it somewhat there, and then I can drag this one back a little bit too. So now I've probably got my clip close to starting and ending point. Let's test it out.
Hey there, I hope you are enjoying the service.
Definitely.
And to rivercity.info/TV.
Okay, so I've got my clip pretty close, but now what you notice here is dead space. We do not do dead space. This is not good enough.
Hey there.
Too much of a pause. We do not want pauses like that. So what you want to do is you want to zoom in, get a closer look right there in that zoom bar right there, and then use your drag tool again and see all that dead space. You can see it in the audio form. Drag that back. We do not want dead space. We want it right when they start talking.
Hey there, I hope.
That's perfect. Same over here, okay?
Info/TV.
Too much of a pause. Don't like that pause. We don't want that. Trim that all the way back. Get it real aggressively.
Rivercity.info/TV.
Perfect. Okay. All right. You've got your clip trimmed. Now let's say this was a really good one. In this case, this clip was a really good one take, and so we would move on in this case to cleaning up the audio and some transitions. But let's do as an example. A lot of times, what happens when you have a clip that needs edited in the middle. So let's say, for example, you've got someone like Jess here who had a really good take. I can tell her take, I think, started somewhere around here.
Your giving makes such.
Maybe not.
Whatever you want to do.
Okay.
On your head for 3 seconds. I won't talk. I'm really bad.
Oh, maybe it was there.
Whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, it was there.
Your.
Okay, so that's where it was. So I'll trim that back. Do what we just practiced doing.
Whatever.
Okay. Your giving.
Okay, so let's say I've got my start there, but something goes on here as I watch the clip where she has a bit of a stutter.
The recurring gift. Finally, if you have any questions at all about giving electronically.
Right there, giving electronically. So she did a little stutter there. Now, I find out later on here that they did a reshoot of that.
Finally, if you have any questions at all about giving electronically.
So something I can do here is I can cut where I need to cut there.
Finally.
So I'm just going to make a cut there. I'm going to go up to Mark, and I'm going to split that up. Split clip right there, modified split clip. And I want to get that right to about where she was saying that again.
Finally, if you have.
There, that finally right there. So I'm going to butt that up right against this clip. But you'll notice it's jumpy.
Instructions to give one time or set up a recurring gift. Finally, if you
Okay, so that's jumpy, and I can get it closer here. I can zoom in. I can take away some of her pause.
or set up a recurring gift. Finally, if you
And that's pretty close, even without a transition. Let's try it again.
set up a recurring gift. Finally, if
Okay, so audio-wise, that's pretty bang bang. That's nice. Everything's pretty clean. There's not a pause in the middle. But you'll see her actual, the video actually jumps a bit.
a
It
recurring
skips a bit.
gift. Finally,
So there's one thing we can do to smooth that out. Go to transitions. And my go-to for this is the puzzle ones. Puzzle left, puzzle right. Add a puzzle transition in there. Drag and drop a puzzle transition. Double click on this, change it to as fast as you possibly can, which is 0.1 second. It'll default to 0.3, that's fine, it just won't let you go that fast. But that just gives you a little bit of a transition from something like that.
or set up a recurring gift. Finally,
See that? It was just a little blip. So that's fine to do. It's a little quick transition to help you smooth things out. That is also very helpful if you're having to bounce between videos. You've got somebody talking like this, but then you've got somebody talking like this. If you're being asked to do that, then you can use that puzzle transition to do that. So let's try that here.
.info. Hey there.
Okay, so these are back to back,
.info. Hey there.
but obviously really harsh there. And we wouldn't probably use something like this because they're in two totally different settings. But if you had to, throw in that puzzle transition, set it to the fastest possible.
At rivercity.info. Hey there, I hope you are enjoying.
Makes it a lot smoother. All right, so now I've got my video totally trimmed and I've got these different versions going on. Normally we don't do that, but what you want to do now is you want to clean up. You want to add transitions to the start and end of this. You want to go to transitions, fade to black, and you need to add a fade to black to the beginning, fade to black to the end. Again, same thing. We're going to double click on this. We're going to make it as fast as possible, 0.1 seconds. It's going to actually make it 0.3. It's fine. Okay, so now we've got a little fade into it, and we've got
7 to rivercity.info/TV.
The fade out is incredibly important. This is why. When we play videos in ProPresenter, when it ends the video, when the video ends in ProPresenter, it freezes on the very last frame of the video. So if the video ends and nobody clears it out, it's just frozen on this frame if we don't add a fade. It's just frozen on Sarah. So we don't want that. That's why we add a fade to black at the end so that the last frame, if it is going to freeze, it's going to freeze black. And that makes it look much better. All right, last thing we're going to do in this part of the training is we're going to clean up the audio. So we're going to select the clip, and we're going to go up here to this little audio effects button. We're going to hit that, and we're going to reduce the background noise. It's set to 50%. I never usually mess with that. It's fine. But we're just going to check this, and that's going to clean up the audio a whole bunch.
You can also mail in your tithes to the church. Another way to give is via text. Text the word give
So I don't know if you can hear that in the recording, but that cleans it up a lot. There's a lot of hits. You got to do that to each of the clips. Let's do it to Sarah's. Okay.
4345 and give us the privilege of connecting with you in a deeper way. Another way you can find connection this week is by joining a life group.
So takes away a lot of hits. All right, your video clip is trimmed up, it's put together, it's faded from beginning to end, and the audio is cleaned up. At this point, you may be ready to export and give it to who you need to give it to. If you're being asked to do graphics and things like that, I'm going to cover that in the next video.